Hey everybody, welcome to Whispering Souls. It's Ken Mason. Um, so sorry for the delay. I usually do these reads once a week, but I had some, I guess, medical issues and other issues going on. So um, I haven't got back to everybody as I should have. But hopefully back on track and things are going. And things are always go in cycles. And I always believe if they happen to you for a reason, then you got to deal with them before you can. You don't ignore them. You just deal with them. You may have to delay certain things. But eventually, you'll get the uh, the ability to go back to what you're supposed to do, which is help people once you've helped yourself. So I have a few reads here tonight. They're all tarot reads. Some people have been asking for them, and again, I apologize for the delay. I'll do as many as I can tonight. Um, so the first one we have tonight is for Jennfier H. Again, I don't like putting in the full name simply because it's public. It's not like it's just certain people that can see this. It's actually on the whole public. So I'm sure if you've been waiting for one and it matches your name and in the start of your last name, it would be for you. So anyway, so again, these are 5-card reads. Kind of showing you what's going to come up, what's kind of working. If I get anything from your spirit guide, I'll let you know as well. They may want to say something up and beyond your cards, or just even ignore your cards and just want to tell you outright. Anyway, so, Jennfier. And maybe, the next little while I'm going to start just doing the cards without, or doing reads without cards, so I can learn how to do card reads or spiritual reads or just not mediumship, but angel reads without looking at cards. Anyway, so for Jennfier H, just let you know.
You have a new mail.
Lovely things. I got a new phone here that's makes all kinds of noises and. Anyway, sorry about that. Everything's kind of delayed. But here we go. So I have a whole bunch of really, really good cards for you, Jennfier. It just feels like, and I got to kind of feel like from your spirit guide as well, is that you're heading into a really, really, really positive part of your life for the next little while. If you see smoke going across, it's because I have my new dragon sense thing going on. Anyway, so very first thing, right across the very first 3 cards are all about happiness in your relationship, or if you're starting a new relationship. The first one, of course, is that happy family card, which basically means that somebody in your family, perhaps somebody's going to have a child or somebody's going to get pregnant, but in the next little while, something's going to happen to make you really, really happy in your family. If you're in a relationship, or if you want a relationship, these are 2 relationship cards right smack right behind each other. So the first one, of course, is the angel or the archangel helping you with your relationship, making it very strong, very, you can say romantic, but very strong in a sense. But you also have this card, which says that on the spiritual level, not necessarily at the physical level, but you'll be connected very much on the spiritual level. So if you feel that in your relationship and it's not as physical as you'd want to get, you're going to get a very strong spiritual connection, which is far more important than a physical connection. It allows you to enjoy life with the both of you and move forward. Money-wise, this is over the next year to 2 years. So not money-wise, success with money. It's a business card, so if you're doing a business or running business, means your business will have more money coming in, or the money that you need to keep it going and be happy. Then we also have the Sun card that says once that happens, then a lot of your worries will go away and you'll be able to enjoy life like an 8-year-old and in a relationship and the people in your house. So the 5 cards, which is over the next, kind of the next 2 years, is just showing that you're going to go into a very, very positive part of your life. And at the same time, just don't sit back and wait for it, work for it. Your spirit guides is just saying, don't worry so much. Worry enough to get things done, but don't over worry. So everything's coming good for you. So that's for Jennfier H. So the next one is, and forgive me if I get these names wrong, I believe it's Priscilla H, or Priscilla H, Priscilla S. Oh. Hard living with a half of a dead brain when you're trying to speak some people's names. And I have to apologize, but sometimes the mouth doesn't work just the way it's supposed to. It makes you feel, no, I kind of, all these years you kind of think about how people have Tourette syndromes and all these other syndromes where they have a hard time speaking, and you feel sorry, but you don't really understand. And now when you have something like this, you really start to understand the issues that they go through and the frustrations. And I'm not saying that I'm as bad as they am, because I'm certainly not, but it gives you a whole new perspective of disabilities that people have, and the frustration levels that can pop up in your mind. It's really weird things. So for Priscilla S. So Priscilla S, there's a couple of things here that are coming up that are very, very good for you, but also a little bit things that you may have to be aware of as well. The star, spend some time taking care of yourself, go out, re-energize. If you like healings or think that they're necessary, go out and do healings. It's nice, and it's the summertime, so go out, enjoy the sun. If you're in the water, whatever, but it just means go out, go back to nature, and make sure that you're getting connected to nature. Somebody in your family, and this is the dual way I'm seeing these two cards. So you have this card here, which is saying that somebody in your family, or there's going to be a new addition to the family, whether it's for you or somebody else in the family, is just going to make the family very happy and excited. That it could be a child, it could be somebody getting married, a new person in the family, but it just makes the family happy and glad to have something to focus on. This card, on the other hand, says that there may be somebody you may need to take care of in the next little while. So the dual thing is, you may have somebody new come into your life, but you may also have to go and take care of somebody in your life. This card here does not necessarily mean somebody's going to be like in a hospital or whatnot, or really sick, or going to die in that. It simply means that you may have to take time to pay attention to someone. For instance, somebody might hurt their ankle and they can't walk, so you may have to go help them do the house, or cook, or drive them places, or it just means that there may be work to do that's beyond what you have to do during the day. The other two cards, this one again, you'll notice that these are dualities cards here, because again we have the situation with this one, which is you need to take control of your life. You have to start looking at people and say, no, I don't want to go in that direction. So take control, because it's just letting me know that you may be being pulled in too many different directions. You may be doing things for people that you don't really want to do, because it might be delaying things that you want to get done. So it's really important over the next little while that you look at things and say, I got to get my stuff done first before I help you, and be honest with yourself with this, so that yes, you may hurt somebody's feelings, but you also have a life and you have to do your own stuff as well. The last card, though, again, it's a dual card in the sense that this could either be somebody new in your life that's coming in, but since you have this card here as well, which is the new addition to the family, this could also be a new baby coming down in the next year or year and a half. So these two cards are just indicating that you're having new things come into your life that are going to be very, very happy for you. So hopefully that makes sense. So that's for Priscilla. The next one is Chantal G. Again, if you guys wouldn't mind letting me know if these made sense or not, or because these are all part of me. A lot of you people have not met, or I have met, but I don't remember. It seems like I have a simple memory now. People I see, I don't recognize right away until you tell me who you are. And it's not because I don't appreciate or like you just simply because my mind just doesn't work as well as it used to. So, Chantal G. Again, these are 5 card, which is over the next 2 years. So, what we're seeing here for you is the Queen of Wands and the Tower. The Queen of Wands is often about, this one here, the Queen of Wands, is often about using your own spirituality, your own abilities to help yourself and help other people around you. And it's really about focusing on what you want in life. You have the Magician here, the cat on the bottom. It's the black cat. Yes, everybody seems to hate him, but they're not really that bad. In fact, they're one of the better cards. It means you're going to have a lot of spirituality come towards you, or if you're into spirituality, you're going to get a lot more messages than you expect. And you'll be able to help people through your own spirituality. But we also have a card here saying that you need to get out of your own protection level. You need to start believing in your own spirituality, using your own intuition more than your own fear factor. And it also means that you should be spending more time in the forest or in nature instead of putting yourself in a house and locking yourself away. King of Wands with the King of Swords. So if you have a partner, these two mean that your partner is going to be start working with money, or being good with money, and this one, if he's again with the male, being extremely logical and protecting the male or protecting the money. If you don't have a partner, this is you. This is basically you here saying, okay, I have to be a lot more emotional about money around me. It means that if people are asking for money, I have to learn how to say no and be okay with saying no. You know, a lot of people can't say no without feeling guilty, but the cards are saying that you may have to be very careful of your money, and you may have to learn how to say no and simply walk away with a smile and not feel the guilt. And the reason I say that is because the last card is conflict with the family. So again, this is one of those conflicts which basically saying, if I take a 6th card, again about money, so you're going to run into a period of the next year to 2 years that people are going to ask you for money, or there's going to be money involved that you may have to deal with. So it's the idea is don't give money to people, because you'll never see it back. And if you can, as much as possible, walk away and say, it's not my problem, and don't get involved. So hopefully that makes sense. Sorry. So my next one is for Willow V. So this is really kind of a message to you about, I think, and I know a little about you, but this is really about changing and really focusing your life that seems to be really coming to you fast. We had the first 3 cards. The first 2 cards, I'll actually show you all the 3 cards just to see it, just for you to see them. So it's all about the relationship you're in, and the celebration you want. This card obviously is moving into more of a spiritual relationship with your partner, and wanting to do more, and being away from your place more often, and just being away. It just means you two become very, very close together. Again, this card, him being the romantic fool, which means he wants to do things with you, but he basically wants you to make the decisions. Typical male, but very loving person. And then this one here also says that there's something coming in your family that's going to make the family celebration. Again, it could be somebody getting married, somebody having a child, things that are going to make you happier or want to be part of the family. The last 2, though, you will be making decisions or work around your house. So this one's basically saying you may make a decision of moving or renovating or changing things or at the house. So over the next year, there's going to be questions about the house or your decision to make things or change things with you and your partner. There may be things that you may want to do and he doesn't want to do, so there might be some discussions going on there. Or you might even want to move. So it may be a decision. Because around the 2-year mark, here's the new card or the retirement card. So you may want to change your job or you may get a new job. Then maybe sooner than the 2 years. This is just where the card's popping up. So it may be something that's going to happen soon. So one of the things it just does, it means that you may get a new job, you may decide to retire. If you retire, it may change your house and what you do with the house. And if you do retire, it reflects the other cards, which means that relationship-wise would be a lot better. I'm not saying that's not good now, but it'd be because you're not going to be stressed at work anymore. And perhaps he will retire and you guys will have more time to spend with each other. So hopefully that makes sense. This is for Cherl L. So again, I guess I've been saying it for the last, from between the end of two years. I guess it could be happen anywhere between the 2 years. So Cherl L. So I'm hoping you guys are all enjoying your, wonderful hot summers and getting all the nice clothes out and being in the pools and all that. And it's been really, really hard for me to get all the heat off me and cooling down and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. And no, I'm not drinking. So, for sure, first thing I have. So, first two cards. First two cards are saying is that you're going to be going, or you are in the midst of a situation where you're going to have to be very, very logical and remove your emotions. And these are the two cards here where we have the King and the Queen of Queen of negativity. Basically, what they're saying is that you need to sit down, and if you get in an argument or if you get in a fight over the next little while, and it could be about work or somebody around you, but or somebody that's causing you to do work. Essentially what it means is that you need to step back. If you get really angry, you need to step back, take 5 minutes, go out, take a break, think who's correct, who's wrong, and not to let your emotionals make that decision. It's very easy to be very angry and think that you're correct when in fact you're 100% wrong. And so it's just saying that over the next little while you may have to just step back, be a lot more logical, take a deep breath, think about it before you make your final decision. This may have to do with somebody, either, again, this is the card that usually signifies somebody may be pregnant or getting to be pregnant, and that might be why you have to be more emotional or not as emotional, be more logical, or you may be making a decision to be pregnant, or somebody may be making that decision, so you have to be logical about it. The Lover's card says you'd be with somebody who's very, very close to you, somebody who's been with you as a past life lover. So in fact, it just means you've known them in a past life, and they will just trigger that real deep love or pure love within you that you've been looking for. And the Hanged Man at the end says everything you've been waiting for you will finally receive through your own patience. So going back to the King of Swords, if you show your patience and use just logic, you will receive what you've been waiting for. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me know. So the next one is Michelle M. well, surprisingly enough, just got exactly the same 2 cards as the last person. So that again, same message basically to you is in the next little while you're going to run into a bit of situation where you may not know where you're doing, or not that you don't know what you're doing, but where you're headed. You may feel you're frustrated or somebody's frustrating you. So it's basically time to take the deep breath, go out, take 5 minutes and think about it. Don't make quick decisions because they're just going to hurt you. But if it's about money as well, your money says you're going to be okay. You'll be able to go out and not worry about having to buy Tim's or coffee or something like that, and you'll have enough money put aside through these issues that are coming up to not worry so much. You will have, decisions about your own spirituality. You're going to be awakened for it. If you're looking to be spiritual or getting messages that you're waiting for, they are coming from this card. So you may wake up one morning and say, now I know what to do. Or you'll be guided to do it. Maybe stuff you don't want to do, but you'll be guided to do it. And this one says that you'll have the strength to do it and the logical, but you have to be logical with your strength. So you can't use emotions over the next little while when all these changes come. This plus this will give you the answers that you need to be what they're saying, safe and happy. Hopefully that makes sense. So the last one is for Lynne B. If I get the same cards again, maybe you 3 are living together. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I always find it funny how some cards appear all the time and some don't. And with some cards, there's exactly the same issues other people have. Everybody seems to have the same issues, like money and work and whatnot, and family, and it's like I always say to people, if we don't live with people, then we have nobody to complain about other than ourselves. So we need people. So again, the last person, Lynne B. So Lynne B, the Tower with the Empress. So the Tower is all about releasing your fears that are around you and listening to your intuition and understanding. Intuition basically is when you look at somebody and say, I don't like you for no apparent reason, but then you try to outlogic it. But when you get messages about somebody, it's important really to start listening to the messages and understanding that there's a lot of spirits, a lot of past loved ones that are there and talking to you and trying to guide you in the right direction. And they usually talk to us in our own voice. So we may sit there, and as often said, we often have these arguments in the back of the head, and we get angry about it, and we get them while we're driving, or when we're shopping, or when we're in the shower, or whatever. And typically, if you're trying to figure out who they are, this is what this is they're trying to tell you the correct way to go. But they use their voice because they don't want you to go run after some kind of ambulance. This one. Again, this is the Mother Nature card. So there's 2 things in this card. And you can choose which one you want. It could be an upcoming baby coming your way. If that is not possible, then it's about logic and about work. Knowledge, so you may be going to some form of education or learning of new stuff that would be very beneficial to you. Again, save your money over the next little while, because this guy says that you're going to have to use some logic for spending or some stuff that you're going to either do around the house or stuff you have to spend for. So this money is to save it because you're going to need to logically think about how to use your money. It means that don't go out and spend on something stupid. You may have to fix something in the house, or you may have to decide that you want to put an addition, or you need a new car, whatnot, and that's what this guy's for. So the last one in here, everybody's favorite card, the Devil card. So the Devil card is usually what I call the mother-in-law card. So what it means is there's going to be somebody around you that's going to cause you and your partner or you to specifically argue in the family. It could be somebody's asking for money, you don't want to, but people are trying to pressure you into doing something. And the devil's basically saying that if you do something you really don't want to do, you're going to get hurt. That's why usually I call it the mother-in-law card, because sometimes, the mother-in-law will come in and start annoying you, saying you didn't cook it properly, you didn't take care of the baby, you're not raising the baby properly, and they just cause some arguments, and you're kind of looking at your partner to support you, but they're not supporting you, and it gets frustrating, and the arguments start up. And it could also be that your partner's giving somebody some money, you didn't know about it, then you find out, and you have the big fight because you should have told him. So in other words, it's not something about a relationship that's ending or going to end. It's something you need to be very well aware that there could be some arguments going on. Anyway, I hope that makes sense to you. And that's all the reads I have for people today. Again, subscribe to my video if you would like, or to my channel. I don't know why everybody says click the bell. I don't know why. I guess this gets you notification when new ones are coming up. Anyway, so have a good evening, and hopefully I'll be on schedule this week for the ones on Wednesday. And I'll also be hopefully soon putting up some paranormal stuff. So I know a lot of people like paranormal, so I might start getting some information or stuff to show you that of paranormal stuff that you guys can look at and enjoy. So have a good evening. 26 minutes. So anyway.